Hey guys, it's your girl Deborah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really nice video. You guys know I am going back redoing some of the projects that I have started in the previous, and for whatever reason I stopped in the middle of the project and put it away. And so I went through, because I'm getting ready to go back home. I don't want to take a whole bunch of messy little projects that I'm not going to even ever use or wear with me. So I gave a few things away and I kept a few things. But the things that I kept, I am going through for the next couple of weeks, couple of videos, and completing them. Finish them all the way up, giving them away, or keeping them for myself. So if you like videos like this and you want to see me complete all these projects and see how they all come out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You guys, I am so close to 10,000 subscribers. I'm a little bit over 2,000, lacking in getting that to that point. So if you could do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come on over here and join this family. But on today's video, we're going to be going over this sweater right here. I showed this in my last video, which I will have linked down in my description, which is the last video I did about the sweater, granny square sweater. And I also will link the video of me going through all of my old whips and everything that I have started and not yet completed. So that will be listed down below or somewhere on the screen as well. So today's video, we're going to be going over this sweater right here. This is a cardigan that I started I started maybe a year or so ago, and I just never got back to it. And I think I didn't finish it because it was a summer and I just didn't really want to do it, but you know, I'm here. But it was cute. When I looked at it, I actually forgot that I even had it. So when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I can still do this. So this is a cardigan. It's not closed up on the side, so that's what we'll be doing. We'll be closing it up on the side and making our arm space. Now this is the yarn that I have. I'm having a hard time matching this, but I think I've done it. I think I matched it. I thought this was Big Twist, this red, but the way it's looking, I may have done it in I Love This Yarn. This is the cranberry. Is this cranberry? Yeah, this is the cranberry. So I think this is gonna match. It looks like this matches this perfectly. So I may put sleeves. I was planning to just leave it as a short sleeve. And if it's cute, I might still leave it as a short sleeve, but time will tell. So what I'm gonna do in this video is to close this up and put a edge on around it. But in the video, I'm gonna also show you how I did this stitch as well, because I don't have this stitch on my channel to link anything, I don't think. So I'm going to go over how I did this stitch, how many rows I did. I went about a 2X, 3X, I'm a size 18, somewhere in there. So that's what this is going to fit. So I'm going to give you the numbers, but I'm also show you how to measure your body just so you can make it fit exactly how you want it to fit. I'm excited about this video. I'm ready to see how this is going to come out. So let's get started on the video. Okay, I'm going to show you two ways that you can measure. The three main things that you need to measure when you're making a cardigan to make sure it fits is you need to go across the chest from shoulder to shoulder on your back side. I can't do it on my back side, I'm just showing you from the front. From shoulder to shoulder, and then arm length, and then however long you want it from top to bottom, however long you desire to make yours. I do think it'll come out well if you do your measurements, but if you're not comfortable with doing measurements and you're not for sure how to use a measuring tape, just take one of your jackets that you already wear and use that to measure out your cardigan, however you choose to do it. Now let's get started with the materials, and I will get started on teaching you how to do this stitch. Now let's go over some of the materials. Not very many things that you need to get this completed, but you need some scissors, you'll need a number 6 hook, and a measuring tape if you choose to use a measuring tape, or the jacket that you prefer to use. I'm using this I Love yarn from Hobby Lobby. It is in the cranberry, and I believe this is the exact color that I need. So let's get started. Okay, now let's get started with this. This is a very easy pattern. It's all done in double crochets, and we're going in between the posts. It's going to make it work up really easy. If you have not noticed on most of my videos, I'm going to do stitches that's going to help projects work up fast. I don't really like spending a whole lot of time on projects. So most of the time I work in between the posts or somewhere where I don't have to look and find the stitch. I don't really like looking for stitches. So I most of the time find projects that I can do that's going to work up really fast. So I do a lot of in between the post stitch. So this is no exception to the rule. Now, when I did the original for my back panel, I did 120 stitches. Of course, measure yourself and do your panels according to your measurements. Just to go over the stitch, I'm going to do a chain of 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 29, 30. Now 30, and then we're going to do an extra 3. So that's 33 in total. 1, 2, and 3. And then go down 3 go down 3 loops, and the loop right beside it, we're going to do a double crochet. And we're going to do a double crochet all the way down the chain in each stitch. You should still wind up with 30 double crochets. All right, we're at the end. Chain 2, 1, 2. Turn your work. Now we're going to only be working in the post, in between the posts, and this is pretty much the whole entire project. This is the stitch right here. Just a double crochet in between the post. It's very, very easy. So we're going to do a double crochet in between each post. Okay, once we get closer to the end, we don't want to forget this post right here. So you hit that post right there. And then when you come here, make sure you hit this other post. And if you need to use a stitch marker, please do, because you don't want that post to be hanging there, because then all of your projects will start going to the side. Okay, this is the only stitch that you will use throughout the whole body of this cardigan. And it's just that easy. That's what makes it work up so fast. So I'm going to work this row up, and then I'm going to show you how to change your colors, just in case on your cardigan you want to change colors. So I'm going to work this down to the other end, and then I'll come back after I'm getting ready to change colors. Now this is the part I'm showing you how to change colors. If you're not changing colors and you want your cardigan to be all one color, ignore this part. But if you're going to change your colors, I want to show you how to do it. So you're going to do a double crochet just like you've been doing into this last stitch. Do a regular double crochet. Go through the first loop, leave these 2 loops on there, and then just take your yarn and add the next color on there. You can adjust how tight you want this with this red one, with your primary stitch. Grab the other yarn, tighten it a little bit, and then chain 2, 1, 2. Turn your work and continue on with the same pattern. Double crochet in between each post and continue on just like that. Okay, and this is exactly how it's going to look. These are just double crochets in between the posts, and I just showed you how to change your colors. And you just continue on with this pattern all the way up for as long as you want your cardigan to be. Okay, so we went up 2 rows on that blue, and now I'm going to change my color once more. So just like we did the first time, my red is still attached. I didn't take it off because I know I was going to continue to use it. So just like a double crochet, go into there, complete half the double crochet. You have 2 of them still on the hook. Drop the blue and pick the red back up. Don't make it too tight because you don't want this to start pulling. Leave it loose. Pull it through. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Leave it loose enough where this don't start doing like this. You want it to stay straight. And then turn your work. And then continue on with the pattern. Now you can cut this if you would like and just do what you did the first time. You can cut this all the way off and continue adding, just have these little strings beside it. Or you can drag it on up, keep dragging it on up and making it look like this. It's your choice. Okay, now on this right here, this is my sample, and I want to show you how this is considered the back part of the panel. Just imagine this is at the length that you want it to be. So what I'm going to do is walk you through on how to make your front panels. So what I did is I measured this off. It's 11 inches. And then I just took it in and saved me 2 inches. I need 2 inches right here for the neck. You could do yours, of course, to the size that you want it to be done, because this is really small. But I just wanted to show you how to start your panels for the body. So we did this, and I used my stitch markers, which I recommend. And then you chain 2, turn your work. And then you continue on with the pattern. Okay, when you get to your last stitch, which is this one, chain 2 right there at that stitch marker, and then turn your work back. And this is going to start our front panel. Without having to sew the front panel on there, you'll just continue on with the same thing, and then even it out to whatever the back panel is. Wherever this stitch is right here, count these rows and make this panel going forward the same as the back. Okay, see how this is coming together? I'm going to work my rows. I don't know how many rows this was. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows. I'm going to work my 12 rows and then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm finished with my 12 sample rows. Now I want to show you how this goes. Let me take this out. I want to just take this out. And then I'm going to slip stitch. You can just kind of tighten it off. Put it here, pull tight, and that'll tighten it off. And let me show you how it lays. This is the body. Remember, this was our back part. And this is the front. It just lays just like that. And then you would close it off, and this would be your arm. And, of course, we need to put a rim on. Okay, now we're going to start on this side of the panel. So we got to make a slip stitch, a hook right there in that hook right there, and then that stitch right there, then chain 2, 1, 2. Then after you chain 2, then you continue on with the pattern just like that. Same pattern, just on the other side, and then you work it all the way across. I know I feel like that I'm explaining in detail for this thing, but I feel like that a lot of my followers are very beginners. So I wanted to try to make this little sample piece just so you can see how this is laid out, because I don't think I explained it very well. So I decided to visualize it for those that see things better than, you know, the audible of things. So I hope you guys understand it. Well, so what I'm going to do is continue on with my next 12 rows on this side. And I'm going to come down, and then we'll talk about the next step. Okay, you guys, I am done. Now I have both of my front flaps done. I want to put a border all the way around here. So I'm going to measure from here all the way around. An easy way to do a measurement is just to measure right here, which would be 6 inches here, 6 inches here, and how many inches there. So we would say 6 is 12 plus 3 more, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this would be approximately 15 inches of trim that will go all the way around here. I'm going to be done with this part. I'm not doing this sample anymore. I'm going to be working on the real cardigan. Now let's get started on the border. So I'm going to make a slip knot. I want my border to be a little bit wide, so I'll make a chain of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. 9, 10, 11. Okay, we got a chain of 11, and I'm going to do single crochets. So we're switching from the double crochets. We're going to single crochets. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to do single crochets. And we're going to do single crochets all the way down the chain. Okay, we are at the end, and once you get to the end, you should have 10 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now, right here, we're going to only be working in the back loop only. You see that V? That's a V right there. That V right there, we're only going to be working in that side of the V, not the whole V. So we're going to go into the mouth of the V and pull it up, single crochet it off. Into the mouth of the V, pull it up, and out. Single crochets in the back loop only. Okay, I'm gonna work mine up off camera, and I'll be back once I'm done. Okay, we're at the end. Don't forget to hit that end right here. If you need to, please use a stitch marker. Chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to continue on in the back loop. Getting that last stitch right there. That last stitch can get hidden, so make sure you pay attention and get that last stitch. Okay, I'm going to work mine up the rest of the way off camera. And this is basically how it's going to look, but I'm going to continue on. I'm not for sure what the count will be, but I'll let you know once I make it to the end of how many rows I went up and how long I needed this to be. So I'm going to work this the rest of the way up off camera, and I'll see you once I'm back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Now it's time for us to start making our armhole. There's 2 ways that you can make these armholes. You can use the jacket that you already have to measure out your armhole, or you can use the circumference of your arm, which is the largest part of your arm, to make with a measuring tape to make the hole. So what I did is I took the measuring tape, and this is my armhole right here. So I'm going to stitch from here all the way down, but I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to stitch from the bottom all the way up to here to make my armhole. And I'm slip stitching mine. And you can feel free to single crochet it or slip stitch it, whichever one. But all I'm doing is going to go down here to the end, and I'm going to make these even. Find the corner on this side, put the hook in there. Then I'm going to pull this through, and then I'm going to start slip stitching all the way down. And this is going to close this side of the arm up. All the way up to your stitch marker. And then once you make it to your stitch marker, then you know that's your armhole and you can tie it off. We're almost done. All we have to do now, pretty much after we finish this part, the only other part that we have to do is add our border around the neck part of the cardigan. Then after we do that, we will be finished. And I'm taking it through both loops. Take it through the front and the back loop, as well as the front and the back loop of the other side. Okay, I'm coming up on the last couple of stitches. Take my stitch marker out right here. Go in that last stitch. Slip stitch it off and pull it tight. We'll weave in the ends in just a little bit, but right now we're just going to try to get this all finished up. I've already done the other side, so both of my sides are done right now. Okay, so I've already done this other side, so both sides are closed up. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. When you do make your armholes and you seam up your sides, make sure your cardigan sides, the right sides, are facing each other. You want all of your seams to be on the wrong side of the cardigan. So don't forget that. Pick whichever one is your right side and face them towards each other and make this seam on the inside of your sweater. So now we got both of our sides done. Now put our border on this part of the cardigan. Okay, now we do have our border. I did a pretty thick border, And so I'm going to attach this border all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to slip stitch all the way around this border. All the way around, slip stitch it off all the way around. Make sure that you're on the front side. This is the front, the right side, I guess would be the better way of saying. This is the right side of my sweater. And I am placing my border right on top of the right side of the sweater. So you want to crochet along this end, so when you get ready to turn it back out, it'll look like it's supposed to look. So make sure your cardigan is on the right side. I'm starting from this end, and I'm going to slip stitch all the way around, and then I will come back once I'm done going all the way around my cardigan. This was a really, really easy project. The hardest part, or maybe not even the hardest part, but the busiest part, or the part that took the longest, was this border. This border took me forever, seemed like. But the rest of the sweater, I think the border took longer than the whole entire body of the sweater. It might not took that long, but it felt like it did. But the border took a little while. But the sweater itself, it comes together really quick and real easy. So I'm going to let you guys go right now, and I'll be back once I make it to the other end. And we're going to close this out because we're about done. Okay, you guys, look at what we've done. We've got this cardigan all finished. It is all the way done. I probably need to make it, block it. Yeah, I probably need to block it. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But right now, the cardigan is totally finished. Hey, you guys, I am back. I wanted to end my video by showing you guys the cardigan. Showing you guys the cardigan and how it came out. It came out really, really nice. I am super excited about it, and I want to encourage you guys to try this cardigan because it works up really easy. It's one of these things that come together really well. I didn't get a chance to put a sleeve on it because I had only bought one skein, and I didn't feel like going back to the store and, you know, doing all of that. And I don't own any cardigan with no sleeves. A vest cardigan, I don't own one. So this was perfect. So I just went on and made it a short sleeve cardigan, like a vest type cardigan, and it worked up well. My next video is this blanket. This blanket right here I made when I first started crocheting. Let me put this over here. I made this blanket when I first started crocheting, and for whatever reason, I was not counting. I was not counting at all, and it is so unbelievably uneven. See, this is truly how uneven it is. This is not the camera, and this is not the way I'm holding it. It is truly this uneven. So I'm going to redo this. My daughter wanted to give it to one of her ladies at her job for a Christmas gift, so I'm going to redo it and see if I can get it to go right. It's just a throw blanket, so it's shouldn't be very hard, and it shouldn't take up very much time. I'm not going to put these little tassels or whatever this is at the end. I didn't realize that these would tangle so much and be so messy. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm just going to reuse it. I may use another skein of yarn, but I'm going to use the same yarn. I might use another skein of yarn with this. I am going to use this same yarn. I'm just going to repurpose it, and then I might add it if I want to see if I want to make it a little bit wider. But other than that, I'm going to probably use the yarn that's already on. The challenge is to find the end and be able to tear it down because I have not touched this. This is about 2 years old. So let's get it done. If you're interested in seeing how this blanket comes to be, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you can be notified once I upload new videos. That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, act, look, and think like a winner. The days you don't, dress it up. Bye. I'll talk to you guys later.